How does addiction affect emotional regulation in the brain? Imagine your brain as a busy control center that manages your feelings, decisions, and reactions. When addiction enters the picture, it can throw this entire system off balance. Addiction mainly impacts parts of the brain that handle emotions and decision-making. The limbic system, especially the amygdala, is responsible for processing emotions like fear, pleasure, and stress. Addiction changes how this area works, making emotions feel more intense or harder to control. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, which helps you think clearly and make good choices, becomes less active. This means your ability to resist impulses or think through your actions gets weaker. Addiction also floods the brain with dopamine, a chemical linked to feeling pleasure and motivation. When someone uses substances repeatedly, their brain starts to relying on these artificial dopamine surges. Over time, the brain produces less natural dopamine, which can lead to feeling emotionally flat or unable to enjoy everyday activities. This creates a cycle where people depend on substances to feel good or even just normal. Another part of the brain called the anterior cingulate cortex, which helps control emotions and manage stress, also becomes less active in people with addiction. When this area is weakened, it's harder to stay calm or handle negative feelings without turning to drugs or alcohol. This can lead to impulsive behavior, poor stress management, and stronger cravings. Chronic substance use also makes the brain's stress systems more sensitive. This means even when someone stops using drugs, they might still feel anxious, irritable, or upset. These feelings push them to seek relief through substances again. In recovery, rebuilding emotional regulation is key. Therapy and support help restore the balance in these brain circuits. Techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy teach new ways to handle emotions and stress. Holistic approaches, such as mindfulness or relaxation exercises, also help strengthen emotional resilience. So, addiction changes how the brain manages emotions by disrupting key areas and chemicals involved in emotional control. These changes make it harder to stay calm, think clearly, or resist cravings. That's why targeted treatments are so important for recovery and maintaining sobriety.